Now we're going to go through all the settings as you usually do. So full screen, always, you need to be on full screen. Full screen will increase your FPS and reduce your input delay drastically. If you do want to use stretch resolution, make sure you use the display scaling version so it keeps you on full screen. Frame rate limit, either your monitor's refresh rate or just too higher. Brightness on 100%. Colorblind mode, I keep it off. You can use Tritanope if you want to. I know a lot of people do use Tritanope to keep their game slightly brighter, but I like to keep that off. 3D resolution, keep at 100. However, if you do want more frames, I'd recommend putting it around 83 and keeping it 83 or above. Maybe you're not quite getting at least 120 FPS endgame. I'd recommend you probably try to look into using this because there's not really too much of a difference. Like, it's just slightly fuzzier. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend going anything lower than 83%. Sometimes it does move it by itself, so I'm just going to keep that at 100. Now, view distance near, textures low. Auto download high resolution textures, keep that off. And this one, keep that off as well. Meshes on low, I think they're going to be fixing low meshes soon. Resync off, show FPS on, and rendering on performance mode. Now for the next page, you want to have toggle sprint on. This will allow you to just basically toggle your sprint. And you can just press it once and it will start sprinting automatically. However, if you have it on, if you have toggle sprint off, then you can't do that. You have to hold the sprint key on. If you let go of it, it stops. If you let go of it, it stops. That's kind of long, to be honest. Like, it's a bit extra for no reason. So I keep that on. Auto open doors. Now let me try that boost thing. It doesn't matter if you have it on or off. You'll be able to bash through the door anyway. But I still do recommend having auto open doors on, just for comfortability reasons. Like, there's not really any reason you shouldn't have it on. Like, you're not going to be tactically opening a door anytime soon. My muscle memory does not want me to keep putting the door, but so you just open the door, you can just run straight through it. You're vibing. Hold to stop pickup, I have that on. So let's say you have a better weapon on the floor. Let's say this in my hand right now is a blue striker pumper, and I want to swap out for this purple one. All I have to do is just hold the pickup button and it swaps it out. It's quite good for competitive and looting fast. I recommend having that turned on. Toggle targeting I have off. Mark danger when targeting I have on. Auto pickup weapons I have off, but for controller players you could try that on. Maybe it works for you. Okay, now it gets interesting. Reset building choices I have on. Disable pre-edit option I have on. Turbo building I have on, and confirm edit and release. Yeah, I have it on. Now, ever since that video that I made, what was it called? I think it was alright, yeah, it was a music video. It was a montage that I made, Super Gremlin. That was the first day I took it off. And I was like, oh man, I need to keep this off. Like, there's no reason. Like, okay, I get it, yeah. All of the things that I said before about edit and release, they still matter. Like, everything that I said about taking right hand peaks properly, they still matter. However, that was before I watched Booger. Booger's movement is so elite that it doesn't matter if he's on edit and release or not. He's getting that right hand peak every time. Booger's movement is so elite that it literally doesn't matter what he's on or not. So same as Tragics, people like that have it on, Jumper. Their movement is just so elite that it doesn't matter if they have it on or not. They're going to be able to get that right hand peak every time. Their mouse control is so good that it doesn't matter if they have it on or not. They're going to hit the hard damage pump or not. That's why I decided to keep it on, because my muscle memory with edit and release is just way better than my muscle memory without it. Like, my consistency is just so much better when I have edit and release. It's not really showing right now because I've just come on. I know a lot of you are probably going to be angry at that, but screw it, you know. I really don't care. I don't. But yeah. But I'm so happy that I did switch the edit and release off, to be honest, because it did teach me how to use movement properly and how to create right hand peaks effectively every time. And also like the dangers of not performing a right hand peak properly and everything like that. Like, I learned a lot from having edit and release off. It's kind of like one of those things where, like, when you have it on, you get better, and then once you take it off, you get even better. It's kind of like when baseball players train with heavy bats, so then when they train with a lighter bat, they hit harder, they hit faster, things like that. That's what this situation was for me. I'm a lot faster at editing now because I've been practicing confirm edit and release off the whole time, and my editing speed has just increased so dramatically, and you will be able to see it when I'm fully warmed up. If you watch my montage, Super Gremlin, it was all in one build fight. That whole montage was in one build fight. That shows you how consistent I was being. So yeah, I've decided to switch it off. I've been off it for like 7 days. Let's continue with life now. None of these really matter, to be honest. It's just the video highlights I have on, so I can just see really quickly how I died, if I don't want to go into my replays or not. So I might actually keep, but yeah, replays I have on just in case I have no clue how I died and I need to actually see and learn from how I died. HUD scale I have at 75%. I'd probably have it at 100, to be honest. If you're new to comp, just keep it at 100. Like, there's no point really having it too low. I just had it a bit low because I was making arena videos and I didn't really want too much HUD in my screen. But I'm gonna probably put it at like 80. A solid 80, you know. Gyro, I have no clue about that. Like, I literally have no clue about that. Anyway, X and Y sensitivity, it's all preference. I've made a full video on high and low sensitivity last videos. If you need to know which sensitivity fits your playstyle the best, I'd recommend watching that video. Mine is 6%, 800 DPI. I was on 6.2. I decided to drop it slightly lower just to hit more shots. Targeting sensitivity I have at 30%. I think a lower targeting sensitivity is better so you can beam players. Ignore in-game. I have this as on just so I can use my double movement lock input method as a mouse. Slide hold time I have at 0.050 just so I am able to crouch just in case I need to. Like, if I just tap it like that, I'm in like a tournament or something and I need to tap the crouch, I can. If I have it too low, you will not be able to tap that crouch no matter what. That's really it for that. I think controller sensitivity 43% is the best. That's what Day and Mirror plays on. Day has 1.9x, 1.9x. I think Mirror has 2x or 2.2x, 2x. I forgot. This is my audio settings. Sound quality on low, 3D headphones on off. Actually, I should probably have that on high, I can't lie. Visual sound effects I do keep on because it's just so good. Visual sound effects is so good. I don't know why like in solo cash cups, nobody's sneaking up on you, and if they are, they're sat in a bush or something. So visual sound effects I would definitely keep on. You can still have normal sound as well on top of it. It's not like the weird muted sound there used to be. Voice chat, that's getting turned off, I can't lie. I'm not hearing anybody in voice chat ever again. Oh man. And then all that's really interesting here is that every keybind for me is on a different finger. So I'm able to still keep my finger on W8 at most times and WD sometimes when I'm not editing. And then also another thing is going to be your sprint option, which I just keep it. You can keep it at whatever, honestly. If it's on toggle, it doesn't really matter what it's on because you can just tap it quickly and tap it off again once you need it off, or switch to a different weapon. And then there's force jog, which puts you in the jog mode. You don't really need that. Mantle should just be double jump or W if you do want it on W. I don't recommend having it on W though. And then all I really have is scroll wheel reset, which is an extra thing that you definitely need to have if you're on keyboard and mouse. Scroll wheel reset is literally so important on keyboard and mouse. So yeah, that's probably it for the settings. Yeah.